What is up, NASCAR 15 fans? David Land here, back in NASCAR 15 because NASCAR Heat Evolution I cannot play right now because apparently Xbox Live got hacked. That's the wonder of modern gaming. But as you can see, we're 19th in the point standings after a very disappointing finish at the Martinsville Speedway. But as you can see, the top of the point standings are led by Denny Hamlin, Kyle Busch, and Matt Kenseth once again. I don't think that's changed at all, in fact. I think those are the top three guys from the point standings of the last race. But heading into Texas Motor Speedway, that is going to be a very interesting prospect because I think my 1.5 mile super speedway program is quite good, and I think we'll do very well. So let's take a look at the starting grid and head to Texas Motor Speedway. Okay, so taking a look at qualifying results, Tony Stewart will start on the pole alongside Trevor Bayne. Let's go down through the rest of the field and see where I am. And I will be starting 12th after making it to the third round of group qualifying, which was a fantastic result for us. And if I hadn't worn out my tires in the first two rounds, I feel like I probably could have put it on the pole, but we'll roll off 12th. Not a bad start to the race. So as we roll down through the rest of the field, take a look at the grid and where your favorite driver may be starting for this race. It's going to be wild because Texas always seems to be. Let's see if we can move up from our 12th position. So let's head over to the Fox Sports booth and Darrell Waltrip and Mike Joy to get us started.
Here we are at one of America's greatest cathedrals of speed. Mike Joy and Darrell Waltrip welcoming you to Texas Motor Speedway and the Samsung Mobile 500.
Mike, you hit the nail on the head. This joint is fast. It's one of the fastest tracks on the circuit. It's also one of the biggest races. Everybody comes here, they want to win those cowboy hats and shoot those six-shooters.
Carl Edwards has 3 wins here, 5 drivers tied with 2 apiece.
Yeah, there's a bunch of guys I think you can favor here. The Roush cars look really good this week.
They say everything's bigger in Texas. Let's find out who's best in Texas.
While Darrell Waltrip's commentary seemed pretty apt because, of course, there is a Roush car in the front row, I think he actually referred to Carl Edwards as a Roush driver. Oops. Here we go. Ready to go here at Texas, and
Boogity! Let's get up on them horses and ride, boys and girls!
oh, well, we were going. We got run into by David Gilliland off the start because I got a little bit of wheel spin. And wow, we are just going to wreck immediately. Well, that's a good start. So I guess I decided to get a little revenge on David Gilliland there by getting into the back of him and then turning him up into the crowd there, but it was me who really took the worst of it. Alright, no reason to hit. We're next to the pole sitter, so that's not a terrible thing to be. Plenty of fast cars back here to restart the race. We actually qualified in the day, and we're starting the race in the night.
On your rear.
Just an interesting thing to point out. I thought NASCAR Heat was the only game that did that, but apparently not. Apparently you can also do that in NASCAR 15. So we are green once again, and Michael McDowell just stopped in the tri-oval. And we've gone not very long without getting a yellow. We can barely drive 2 feet without having a crash. He just brake checks in the middle. Dale Jr. involved, as well as Casey Mears. Alright, third time's the charm, right? Hopefully, anyway. Too many crashes, too early on, but I'm sure some people are entertained by that, so that's all that really matters at the end of the day. Here we go, back to the green at Texas.
Closing on the bottom.
And we get spun, and Michael McDowell gets his revenge on me for that.
Watch your inside.
And we're just going to run into Michael McDowell a little bit more. So I guess retaliation and have at it, boys, is very much still all together here in NASCAR 15. Now we're finally green. We finally see turn number 2 for the first time today. My car seems a little bit loose off of the corner, but I was more or less flat out through there. I actually took some downforce out of the splitter for qualifying.
Okay, let's go. We gotta step it up.
And it feels like we've almost got too much downforce now that we're running in the nighttime, cooler conditions, better track grip, and more downforce being able to produce. In fact, more horsepower as well. You produce when you're running at night. Yeah, my car's just a little bit slow, and I'm not really sure why. I mean, we qualified 12th, and let's see if we can really drive the car down in the corner here, flat out. And we're getting a little bit of understeer through there. And we're just going to have to get back up there, and hopefully they slow each other down through the tri-oval. That's a thing that usually happens here in NASCAR 15.
Woo! Way to go, man.
And he The spotter's happy because we just set a 29. I set a 27 in first round qualifying, so we're not anywhere close to where we were in qualifying. We ran over some debris from Dale Earnhardt Jr. absolutely mauling the wall there. And that's not a very good corner either. I think we really need to get back up into the pack. I mean, again, like we saw at Martinsville, drafting is such a key part of this as we go around. Several cars going very slow. I think that was one of the Dylans. Which one, I have no idea because we passed him so fast. And also Tony Stewart, the pole sitter, who's this far back. Dale Jr., you just are hitting the wall so much. And that's the second time we've seen him clobber the wall. That wasn't even involved in an accident. I mean, it's really the third time we've seen him get into the wall if you count the contact with Michael McDowell there early on in the race.
Man, that was fast. You just hit a new personal best
And
right there.
I
Great
guess
job.
the spotter continues to be impressed with the fact that I'm running a second slower than I was in qualifying. But I guess he's being encouraging, so I'm not going to
7 seconds ahead to the lead
belittle him too much for that. I guess it was Austin
car.
Dillon.
Approaching low.
We're going to block Tony Stewart down to the inside.
Keep it low. Keep it low.
And Martin Truex getting a little bit of revenge for me slamming him up into the wall earlier. And here comes Casey Coney and Tony Stewart down in front of me. For some reason, Stewart decided to just pop right out in front of me and almost make me spin him out. Now we're going to stay around the bottom of the track here. Probably a bad idea as I understeer up the track. Again into Truex. Getting Casey Mears down the back straightaway and sideways.
Got a car closing on your outside.
And we're just battling for last right now. I really thought I would be able to compete for a win here. I guess I was a bit over ambitious. I really wish I wouldn't have gotten spun at the start of the race. It kind of was the thing that really hurt me quite a bit. Thanks, David Gilliland. I will try to get my revenge on him later if I get a shot at it. I might be taking some wedge out of the car later on in this race when we get a pit stop, because I feel like the car is just too tight. We're swinging toward the wall too much, and yeah, just producing too much grip. It's keeping the car from really getting off of the corner properly. I mean, I was exiting the corner, turn 2 there, you just saw, around 183 miles an hour, and I'm 6 miles per hour off of that on race pace. So we're really going to have to work on that a bit. And we should be seeing cars peeling off into the pit lane as well during this pretty soon, because I mean, we're at a half a tank and we've had well, I guess we're on the same strategy. Never mind, we haven't even been in the pits yet. So we'll be seeing cars pitting within the next 3 to 4 laps, I would imagine. Maybe even sooner than that. So into turn 3 once again. This time we're running to the bottom a little bit more effectively than we were before. And we've got to run the bottom because, of course, the car is understeering just so badly. Here's Kane having trouble. We're going to stick on the bottom, and it just washes up a little bit. Just too much when you try to run the bottom there. Still no cars coming into the pits. So I'm kind of fearing my fuel mileage is not going to be very good, because we're already in the yellow in terms of the fuel, and everybody else is, you know, probably just as good. So I'm going to start a little bit of fuel saving since there's really not anything else better to do. Doesn't feel like I'm really going to gain much on this run. So I'm going to do what I did at Fontana and save fuel by lifting early into the corner, essentially slowing down the same amount as I would for a fast lap, but just doing it in a different way. And the spotter said there was cars coming into the pits, but I didn't see anybody coming in. So we'll lift off into the corner, get on the throttle, drive it off, and we're not too far off our overall pace despite the fact that we're on worn tires. And here come some cars into the pits. Now we're getting the fuel strategy starting to play in here.
You got this. Nice work, man.
Lots and lots of cars into the pits.
Nicely done, man.
And we'll start to see more of that as we move on into the race. As I lift off in turn 1, just keep that car nice and balanced through the corner. And hopefully save a little more fuel as well. More of the front runners coming in. Looks like Casey Mears up there, as well as Casey Kane, and just the whole host of the field. It feels like looks like they're almost going to wreck in pit lane. That happens a lot.
Pit this lap. We need our car to
This
be
track.
right. 10-4. We don't want to run out of fuel, buddy. Take a look at your gauge. 10-4.
Am I going to pit this time by? Carl Edwards is leading by a country freaking mile right now. Now I think I can make it one more lap. This may be a terrible idea, but I'm going to do it.
Car in front's heading to the pit.
I'm going to stay out, stretch the fuel, and come in next time by.
Looking really good right
So I
here.
really want to stay on the same strategy as all the guys who pitted under the last 2 cautions. But it may be kind of tight here on the fuel. I'm looking at it, and it's worrying me just a little bit. Here we come. And I'm going to try a different pit entry than the rest of the field. I'm actually going to do what they usually do and
Try to
enter
save
off
fuel
of
best you
4.
can.
And on the brakes, on the brakes, on the
Never on
brakes.
speed.
Looks like we're going to get held up. That's not good.
Here, in and out.
Okay,
Let's go.
taking wedge out of the car, 4 tires and fuel. Trying desperately to kind of get this car back to its racy feeling. That doesn't make any sense. But anyway, the tires are done. We're getting passed by several cars, and we're back out into the race. Looks like we actually gained some positions.
Okay, let's get back in that rhythm. Let's go get these boys.
It's a good stop from my guys. Down
We
to
can do
19th
this.
place,
Gotta keep
20th. Definitely a good stop. We're right back into the
Car
fight
up
here
top,
now.
3 back.
So
And
let's
one
go
more to the top.
racing and
Lights all
dive
clear,
out into
bud.
traffic there.
Keep a good pace.
And
You're doing
definitely
great.
made the right adjustment there with the taking out of the wedge, because now the car feels much faster through the corners. Much less understeer.
Rear right.
That's always a
Car
good thing
behind.
for speed,
Looking low.
unless you slide the
Coming
car,
low.
in which case it's not a very
Car
good
on
thing
the
for
outside.
speed.
Looking high.
We just passed Ryan Newman, got Kyle Larson to the
Inside's
outside
clear.
of us. And Mike Lynette there as well. Throttle, throttle, throttle,
We're up high.
throttle. Off of turn 4. Gonna get around Kyle Larson. Now we can start making moves. I
Right's
feel like the
clear.
car is really starting to work now. A little bit of contact there with Chase Elliott. The car's just a little too much understeer. Ran maybe slightly too high of a line there
Car inside.
through
Just
turn
looking.
1 and 2.
Car approaching your rear.
Now we're definitely too high in 3 and 4. Michael Lynette, the
Car on the
threat's
bottom,
coming
3
down.
back. Looking low.
Car's getting loose because I'm
Car
trying to
inside,
pinch
trying
it
to get to your corner.
down. And we're 4 wide at the Tri-Oval of Texas.
Clear down low.
Yeah.
Caution's out. Back.
Well, that was inevitable. But I think I'm going to come down the pits during this yellow and kind of get back on the winning strategy.
Be ready.
Okay, so we're doing a splash of fuel, taking a little bit of wedge out of the car, right side tires, and we should be back out and into the fight. Hopefully this time we'll be good on the fuel. Alright, so we'll restart
Okay, go get
dead
him, man. We're
last,
still one of the fastest cars out
and hopefully
there.
the car's a
Keep
little
your
more
mark.
stable here, getting ready to head back to
You'll start
green
the tail
here
of the field.
at Texas. Thank you. Mike Helton or David Hoots, or whoever the heck that is.
Nobody's gonna
We're
pull over
underway
like these
again.
sports today. Gotta go get it.
And where is the trouble going to be heading
Leader's
down
4
into
seconds
turn
in
1? Several cars having trouble
Nice and
on the
smooth.
restart. In fact, we got an incredible restart and move right up to 25th position. So not too bad, not too
Once you're
bad.
inside.
Oh,
check
the
your
car's
inside.
really loose though
Car
through
closed on
turn
the
2.
inside.
And I just lost all the positioning. Then I
Left side's
gained.
clear.
That's very unfortunate, and I actually got the car
Clear on the high side.
damaged just a little bit as well, which is not good. Amazing how you can feel like you have a really good car, and then you end up ruining
There's
it
a 5-second gap between you and the leader.
for whatever reason. The good race car did not qualify, or did not translate to qualifying, or swap that statement. the good qualifying car did not really translate to a good race car, as it turns out. But we still got a long way to go. About 2/3 of the race, so not too bad right now. We're not unmanageable yet. And as you can see, the car's going very slow through there. And I may have been a little bit too, really. Well, I just dove underneath Regan Smith, and then the rivalry with David Gilliland continues, and also taking out Regan Smith. Alright, back in the pits, repairing the car, 4 tires and fuel and more wedge. Hopefully this time it fixes the problem of spinning out, because that's never a good thing. Okay, back to racing again, hopefully.
That pit stop's gonna make all the difference.
And hopefully this time there's not too many. Thank you for saying that, appreciate it. We are halfway through the race, more or less.
10-4.
And we're back to green. I wheel spun.
There's 5 second
And
gap
it doesn't
between
look
you
like
and
the rest of the field's really going to have that trouble that I had. So let's see if the car feels good heading into turn 1 this time.
Doing great, man.
We'll run about, well, I guess we'll run the bottom because the car decided to go down there.
Right side's clear.
And we'll just run behind Casey Kane. Can we get around him? No. Let's run the high side. On the brakes just a little bit. Get that thing. Come on, car. Dive right to the bottom. The inside. There we go. We're getting some positions there through the tri-oval. Lift off early. Get the thing
On the bottom, one back.
slowed down into turn 1. And Edwards heading to the bottom. He's going to get around, but he led this race quite handily earlier. And underneath Regan Smith this time, well, I was going to say this time we don't make contact, but we made contact anyway.
Closing on the bottom.
And we're just in the middle. I do not like that. And we survived somehow, and now we didn't. Now we didn't.
Don't let her get away.
Don't spin, don't spin, don't spin. Yeah, they won't blame it on me, I don't think. Alright, so Carl Edwards, he gets wall glitched. Boom. And then Danica and Truex get into him. Alright, we're restarting 20th this time. Not too bad. It pays to wreck people, apparently. And we're about to go back to the green. Once again, still got Regan Smith ahead. Haven't been able to do anything about him yet.
Keep rolling.
And we're
keep
racing.
Rolling. Car approaching low.
And this time I don't get any wheel spin.
behind you.
Pretty decent restart, I must say. But Regan Smith is going to completely ruin it for me because he's going to go way too slow through there.
He's coming high.
Get on the throttle
Coming on the
there.
inside. Driver in first.
Everybody passing on the outside where there's no room.
Okay, let's go.
Appreciate that, Tony Stewart, for doing that. We're 4 wide into the corner.
Car up top, just looking.
And we're now 4 wide again.
Hold there.
I'm trying. Nope, that is Brian
Looking
Vickers
inside.
just driving up into me for no
Car
reason.
approaching your rear.
Austin Dillon very slow to the inside.
He's coming
Must be
low.
looking for
Looking
William
low.
Byron. Or no, Coleslaw Custard, excuse me.
One back, coming low.
I can never get the Rich Hendrick kids figured out. Oh, that's a big
Going to
one.
caution.
Again, another big one. Well, Regan Smith actually wrecked me there. He followed me all the way up into the corner. The game is lagging horribly. And we took a lot of guys out. Screw it.
Restart,
I'm
be
not going to
patient.
pit.
Don't pass on the inside.
No problems with my car. For some reason, he tells me not to pass on the inside. Somehow I think I'll end up passing on the inside and we'll get a penalty for it. Here we go. Back to the green.
Awesome
And
job
there we
today,
go.
buddy. Car
We're racing
approaching high.
again.
One back, coming high.
And can we get to the
Watch your
inside of
outside.
Casey Mears there?
Coming on the high side.
As long as we don't get
Looking outside.
anybody too close to our inside, I think we're going to be
Closing
pretty
up top.
good. And I got on the
Three
apron
back,
just a
coming
little
low.
bit.
He's coming high.
Car is just
Clear right.
totally unstable for some
Keep
reason.
high. Keep high.
And we're losing all sorts of positions. So come
Watch
on,
your
let's settle
inside.
in here. Try to
Closing on the
anyway.
bottom. Car approaching low.
As settled in as we can be, 3 and 4 wide the whole time around Texas
Low
Motor
side's
Speedway.
clear. Cover your outside.
We'll just follow
Coming on
Kinza
the
through because he
outside.
apparently knows where he's going.
Stay there. You're good.
Going pretty fast there, and now we're
Car
having
approaching
trouble. That is Jimmy Johnson getting
Yellow flag,
huge
yellow,
into the
yellow.
wall. And another yellow. I feel like I'm going to call this video the Texas Gen 6 Massacre. Because we've just wrecked about everybody in the field so far. Alright, let's go racing again.
We can make this happen.
Can we do something good? Let's see. Ready to go. Ready to go. We're underway.
Okay, nice and smooth. Nice and smooth.
Green is out.
We gotta go to work now. We gotta go to work.
And here we go.
Oh, you're outside. Car high.
Trying to get to the inside, which we do.
High side. Car outside. Trying to get to your
Oh
corner.
boy, howdy. The car got loose
First
again.
is leading by 3 seconds.
There goes Stenhouse.
Nice job, buddy. Great save.
Nice job,
Back
huh?
to the gas.
Well, yeah, that is the same replay you literally just saw. Into the wall we go. Big wreck.
Boys, here we go.
Oh, I feel like a broken record, but 4 tires, fuel, and I'm putting so much wedge in that I'm going to understeer into the next state, but hopefully that means the car will not spin out when we're in traffic. Alright, starting last, got about 25 laps to
Okay,
go.
it's time to push that pace now, buddy. Stay
And are we
focused.
going to
can do
get
this.
a green, or when are we going to get the green? Are we going to get the green?
You'll
Yeah, they're
start
going to
with
wait
the
it
tail of the
off.
field.
Here we go. We're back.
There's a 9-second
Racing.
gap to the leader. Come on, let's do this now. It's time to go to work.
And are they all spinning, or not spinning, spinning their wheels? Yeah, somebody is up there.
Looking really good, buddy.
And we are officially back
Nice pass,
green.
man. Keep working.
Can we get to the outside? There's the points
Go to the high
leaders.
side.
Hamlin and Kenseth. The Gibbs Toyotas. Doing good. Oh yeah, now the car feels better again because
He's coming
I
low.
put all that wedge back into it.
Stay up top. You're good right there.
Okay,
That's it, dude.
now we can
Every
race
position is
again.
more points.
Now we can race. 3 wide on the outside. I would not trust that NASCAR Heat. I can kind of trust it NASCAR
Nice pass,
15
man.
for
Keep
some
working.
reason. Because despite
on the
having a
inside.
worse AI, they can handle the tri-oval at Texas, unlike NASCAR Heat Evolution.
Car up top.
Down
just
to the
looking.
inside,
Clear right side.
right out next to the wall. A little bit of scrapey-dapey going on there. Scrapey-dapey, I don't know
Car
what
two
that
back.
is. Somebody tell me exactly what scrapey-dapey is and why I said it,
Watch
because
your
I can't
inside.
figure out why. Wow, now we're actually
clear.
going. Now it feels good. AJ Allmendinger leads for some reason. And I almost
Clear
lost it
left
as
side.
Martin Truex slowed everybody down there. Wow, the car feels so much better now. It's crazy. It almost feels like it's on rails, which is not a bad thing. I wish I would have had this car the whole race, but alas,
Check your inside.
we don't, or I didn't. So down to the inside, just keep the throttle pinned as much as I can. 29th is not an amazing position to be in.
Keep it steady.
My sponsors
On
are
the
not going to
bottom,
be
3 back.
pleased with that result, but since we came in, it means
Car
we've
2
got
back.
fuel,
Clear down low.
more fuel than most of these guys
Car
ahead of
1
us,
back.
which you would imagine is a good
Looking
thing
inside.
as
Car
we
retired.
wrecked
Car retired.
Kevin
Keep
Harvick.
pushing.
He said the car retired, so I literally took Kevin Harvick out of the race, and we finally got a yellow for it. Well, yeah, he's on fire. Helping baby Jesus, he's on fire. Alright, we're going to restart this thing in 9th. Not too bad. I think McFlurry leads the race. And we're getting ready to go here. 9th position. Are we going to get wheel spin? Yeah. That's not too bad. We'll just do a John Force burnout, get in the 3rd gear there.
The leader's a second ahead.
And just try not to get run over here because we got a bad restart.
Looking outside.
Dale Jr. got a bad restart too, so I guess I'm in good company. And off he goes.
He's right
Got
on
into
you.
him. Junior Nation hates me. Oh well. They probably hate me because I hate the stages for some reason. Because
Oh, they're on the
apparently,
bottom.
like, stages are like a trigger word now when you say them.
Nice and easy. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Everybody got mad at me in that
Alright.
one video for
Car inside, trying to get to
making
your
fun
corner.
of the stages, and
Looking low.
I guess that was an unpopular opinion. But oh
Car
well.
3
Maybe I'll
back.
do stages.
Driver
A
first,
stages
2
are
seconds
trash
ahead.
video one of these days. But I don't think there's enough to really talk about. It's just like, oh, mandatory cautions are stupid,
charging.
and we've always known this.
Watch your
Oh,
outside.
David
Come
Gillen
on,
once
buddy.
again. He's a stage fan, so I'm
Come
going
on,
to wreck
work your
him.
way to the front.
And we got
Yellow
wrecked.
flag, yellow
And
flag.
this one's going to be a big one. Ooh. They're still wrecking. So, yeah, I guess I was technically the cause of the caution. Fantastic. That means I'll start in last place when we get to the restart. And very laggy game as Cars are bouncing off each other, and sparks are flying, and Ryan Newman's spinning, and Golwitt's spinning, and everybody's spinning all the way down the back straightaway. And we're still wrecking. Alright, let's finish this thing. We're going to have 17 laps to go. Hopefully that'll be enough fuel and tires to last, and we can have a green flag finish. I'm not holding my breath. Here we go. Ready to start this thing, get back to racing. 17 to go, like I said. We'll start at the tail of the field. Well, I guess he's not going to say it. Oh well. Here we go. Green is out.
Eyes on the prize. Let's do this now.
And the wheel spin was bad, but not too bad. And it looks like we'll actually maybe get a run on some of these guys heading down
Just
the
keep a good
tri-oval.
pace. You're doing good.
Pass on the grass, yeah, why not?
Gotta get to the bottom.
Yeah, I'm on the bottom, dude.
You're good
I
low.
can't get much lower than this.
Car up top.
Without getting
one
on the
back.
apron.
Car inside.
Here
just
we go,
looking.
4 wide.
Got car
Dale
closing on your
Jr.
outside.
just completely
Looking high.
making a very dangerous move there. Oh, Trevor Bain, why did you do
Car
that?
approaching
Why
low.
you do this?
Whoa, don't let her get away. Right in the yellow. Caution's
Yep, Trevor Bain slowed down, middle of the corner, and off we go. And I'll start at the tail of the field. Somehow I directly benefited from that, and we're restarting 31st. Okay, I'm fine with that. Now I've just got to keep the cars that pitted behind me, and the guys ahead probably will have to pit again. So let's keep the race green this time, shall we? Green is
clear.
out.
6 seconds ahead.
Third
Watch your
gear.
outside.
And where are they going to slow down? I know they're going to slow down. They always slow down. They didn't slow down. Darn it. Oh well.
Come on, man. Keep that momentum.
Okay.
Keep that momentum.
Careful through the corner.
He's coming on the inside.
That's a she, you misogynist.
coming high.
4 wide.
Closing up top.
That's not good.
He's
Not
coming
good.
high.
They're 4 wide behind me too.
Car approaching high.
Whole thing is just
Car tucked in behind you.
very bad.
He's still on you.
Not a good situation to be
Car
in.
closing on the inside.
I got into
Watch
the
your
points
mirror. He's
leader
coming up
there.
fast. Coming on the high
Oh,
side.
good grief. Here we go again.
About 3 seconds. Caution's
Oh
up.
boy. Well, that was inevitable. Everybody's slowing down for no reason. And off we go. Big wreck. Alright, into the pits again. 4 tires and fuel and blah 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 blah. You know this.
Okay,
Alright.
go get him, man.
12
We're
to
still one of
go.
the fastest cars out there. Keep hitting your mark.
Here we go. Ready to go. My car looks horrible. And
Keep the momentum.
green.
Let's go. Right's all clear, bud.
Can I make up any
The
time?
leader is 4 seconds in front.
Yeah, Clint Boyer was
Nice and
slow,
easy.
and that
Just keep
slowed a
doing
lot
what
of these
you've been
guys
doing.
up. There's somebody slow as well. Tony Stewart, the pole sitter.
Closing on the bottom.
Let's be a bit careful
Car
here.
approaching your rear.
4 wide.
Got a car closing on your outside.
They're just gonna all pass me because whatever. And Jimmy
Left
Johnson
side's
just
clear.
almost tried to wreck
Right
everybody.
side's
Get
clear.
David Gillen getting into me once
on the bottom,
again.
one back.
And we're just gonna hopefully slow all these guys up for just a little while so we can kind of get some spacing in between this stupid pack racing at Texas. And maybe we can get down to the
Car
inside.
outside. Trying to get to your corner.
Just stay down there. Just stay down
Looking
there.
low.
Wait till they get spread out. Wait till they get spread out. Just block as many guys as you can till they get spread out. Just a little bit of
Watch your
separation
rear.
between these guys would be nice. 4 wide. I'm almost losing it. Right down to the
You're all
bottom.
clear.
On the grass. Kyle
You're
Larson
doing it
going
today.
very slow through there. Up to
Got one behind you.
32nd place. I'd love it if we got some pit stops.
Car up top,
Hopefully
just
the rest of the field
looking
can't
high.
make it on fuel. That's the kind of my only hope right now.
5-second gap between you and the leader. Car in front's heading to the pit.
And here we go. We're getting cars in
going
the
on the
pits
outside.
anyway. I just heard the
Clear up
spotter. He
top.
said it. He said it. Now make it true.
10 to go.
10 laps. So how many positions
Be
can
right
we
on ya.
gain? The cars
on the high
having to
side.
make one last
Stay
stop.
low. Right's clear.
Who's coming in? Who's coming in? And it looks like a lot of guys are coming in,
The leader
and
is
they're
6
almost
seconds
wrecking.
ahead. Go up top. Come on, you just gotta be
We
smooth.
go
and
behind
calm.
David
10-4.
Gillen. Try to get around him, or at least run on his bumper. Only 1 car coming into the
9 to
pits,
go.
really? Really, game? That's all you can sacrifice?
Keep a good pace. You're doing great.
get some more cars coming into the pits this time by. Thanks. Oops, oops,
Go
oops.
down low. You're good
We
high.
raced to Gilliland a little bit hard there, but whatever.
Clear left.
Yeah, we're getting a few more coming in. Not as many
Car
as I would
inside,
have
trying to
liked
get
to
to your
have
corner.
seen, but
Car in front's heading to the pit.
still. Some cars coming into the pits is better than no cars coming into the pits.
8 to go. Good job.
Can I at least
Really
match
good.
my
Come
points
on, man.
standings position, which is 19? Seems like a good, reasonable goal. I'd love to get a top 10, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be on the cards at the moment. Down the back
Cars three
straightaway,
back.
lots of cars look like they're peeling off into the pits, or maybe they're
Go
just
up
going
high.
slow. This is a NASCAR 15 problem. Jimmy
Stay
Johnson
there.
makes that move down the inside, but he gets into the
Inside's
wall,
clear.
and somehow we don't
Stay
have
down.
another yellow, at least yet. I really prefer that there isn't a yellow at this point,
Clear right side.
because of the fact that we're making up positions, the field is spreading out,
Coming low.
and there they go into the pits,
3
more
back.
of them.
Coming low.
Edwards got into the wall. Now let's go, let's go,
We got
let's
this,
go.
buddy.
We're up to
Nice
14th, so maybe we can get a
6
top
to
10
go.
out of this. It's just going to depend on where everybody's fuel strategy is
Closing up top.
and whatnot.
Check your outside. Clear high.
Car getting a little bit tight there, and it allowed Kyle Larson to smack the wall.
Car in front's heading to the pit. There's 5
Somebody's
second gap
coming
between
in.
you and the leader.
Oh, give me that top 10. I want that top 10. That'd be a great result for a race that has been absolutely a shambles.
5 to go.
So we're lapping
Car three back.
cars
Clear now.
and running right around the bottom. Is the car going to wash up into the wall? No. Good corner there. Got 4 laps to go, and do we have enough fuel to make it to the end? More cars coming in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
That's it, dude. Every position is more points.
I'm starting to think, and it's a bad thing when I start thinking, because it usually
go.
doesn't work out the way I want it to. But I'm gonna start really lifting off the gas here, as much as I possibly can,
The leader is 6 seconds ahead.
because I almost feel like if I'm saving fuel, I may be
Car
able to
approaching
win
low.
this thing. We're gonna
Car
lift
closing on the
all the way
inside.
through the corner. I really should have topped off the fuel tank
Looking really
when
good,
I came
buddy.
in the pits, is what I'm starting to think.
3 to
But
go.
we'll see. We got 3 laps to go and that much fuel. Can I make it? We're up to
Car on the
6th.
bottom, 3 back. He's coming on the inside. He's
Okay,
charging.
I'm gonna let him by.
7 seconds ahead to
'Cause
the
I feel
lead
like
car.
some of these guys aren't
Clear
gonna be able to
left
make it to the end. Yeah, that's definitely Greg Biffle going slow. Is he coming into the pits though? Okay,
side. Nicely done, man.
2 laps to go.
2 to go.
Lift off the throttle.
Car approaching low.
Get it into the corner.
Go high. Go high.
Could fight with Jimmy, but I feel
Throw on the
like
left.
I don't need to. Are they coming in? No, they're not coming in, so...
Car in front's heading to the pit.
Or maybe they are.
White is out. Final lap.
White flag is out. Maybe I should have raced a little bit harder. We'll try to get back up there if we can. I was worried about fuel. Maybe I shouldn't have been. But whatever. Doesn't matter now. We're on the bottom of the track. Tires just not gripping very well. So whatever. I'll take 7th. Drive down the back straightaway. Oh, they're coming in. Oh, they're coming in. Oh, they are coming in. Oh, they are
Okay,
coming in on the last
nice and
lap.
smooth. Nice and smooth.
What? Hang on. Hang on, folks. Hang on,
Okay, let's
folks.
find your next victim.
I took the lead. I won.
Yes, yes, yes. Way to go, buddy. Great job. Awesome. Awesome, buddy.
Oh my god. What? Oh, yes.
Way to get it done,
I
man.
finally get to do this.
Congratulations, kid. You've just won your first race.
Oh,
That's
my
an amazing achievement for a rookie driver.
God. I finally
Fans
did
love
it.
it when the winning driver is putting on a show. So go ahead and have some fun, and when you're ready to head to victory lane, just press the select button or head on into the pits.
Wow. Wow.
Ah, you're the man.
That's awesome. I'm burning this SOB down, man. That's awesome. Well, that is... Why did they all pit?
They're loving you for that one, man.
Why did they all pit? Why did they all pit? Well, I had given up. I had given up. I said, 7th is fine. Nope.
Up, man. Great job today.
Woo! I love the fact that there's a flag. That's awesome. Oh, we're gonna crash a little bit. That's no, whatever. Hang on, I'm gonna try to. Everybody would love the race winner diecast. I gotta do this.
Way to
No,
go.
that's not. I guess I can't really do that very well. All right, let's try this again. Let's drive up to there.
They're
Do
loving
the,
you for that one, man.
do the burnout. Yeah. Oh, we're definitely overheating the engine now. And I guess we'll spin out one more time because I don't have the skill to
You're the man.
do a good burnout. All right, let's drive this sucker into victory lane then. Said drive into the pits if you're done. We're done. We'll keep crashing though.
Way to go.
And the spotter is incredibly happy. Now we're going. All right, we're going to the pits now. Oh, and hey, there's me. It actually almost kind of looks like me. It looks like black hair, but close enough. Close enough. We won. We freaking won Texas. Wow. Just, I can't believe that, man. So there you go. First place. Let's look at the results here. Land Speed Racing took the victory with 1 lap led. We pulled the Dan Weldon by winning a race by just leading 1 lap. Matt Kenseth was 2nd, coming into the pits. Brad Keselowski dominated the race. Cole Witt was 10th. Very upset grid or finishing order because of just how that race finished. Kevin Harvick was the 1 DNF, and Tony Stewart went from first to last in terms of the running. Wow, we freaking won. I was not expecting that. I bet we've got a lot of sponsorship offers sitting back at the shop. Wow. So, this is a good note to end on. Hope to see you guys in the next NASCAR 15 video, and we'll try to back up our victory at Texas. So, thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.